Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Paige, this is Seeking Alexandria, and guys, remember back in Monday's video, if you missed it, the new foundation from Charlotte Tilbury, I will link it up here for you. But in that video, I mentioned that there might be a review coming where the foundation isn't exactly the right shade, like I might have just chose wrong or something happened, and well, today's that day. So get ready to go on a journey with Paige. Now I haven't swatched this or anything, but today we are talking about the new one from Bakerie. This is their Insta Bake Aqua Glass Foundation, and here's my situation. All I did was look at the little swatch on top here, and I grabbed the shade 343N, which instantly made me nervous. I was like, girl, 343, how in the hell did my pasty ass decide to pick something with a 3 in front? Okay, I don't think so. But then I went ahead and I opened it up, and here's the situation. Does that look like a little dark to anybody else? Like, again, I haven't swatched it or nothing, so I'm not sure. Now, I did also pick up their concealer and their setting spray, so we're going to be diving into everything in today's video, but I just wanted you guys to know, like, right from the jump, I did not pick this out on purpose. I do not understand how I ended up with a shade that's so dark. Like, I don't know if it was me, I don't know if it was the website, if I saw a swatch somewhere. I don't remember what compelled me to choose this, but I feel like there's something a little funky-dunky about the shade range. But nonetheless, let's go ahead and talk about it, shall we? Let's just go ahead and dive right in. Down in the description box, this is spec'd out as a full coverage foundation that will glide on smoothly like a layer of frosting. It's supposed to deliver extraordinary performance. So that's pretty much it as far as information. It doesn't really go into detail as far as the finish you're going to get or the type of skin that it would be good for, like normal to oily, dry, anything like that. So let's go ahead here and just pump out some business. Oh, wow. Oh, she just kind of shot right out there, didn't she? Oh, girl. Oh. Guys, this is going to be a fun day. Okay, so Paige is always known for, like, making foundations work. Girl, just, like, channel it. Make it work, because this is so dark. Okay, so here's my face. Now let's add some foundation. Wow, this is very, very thin. And this is it on my face. Oh, girl, this is going to be a good day. Okay, so I'm just going in with my Fenty foundation brush and blending this in. It's okay, Paige. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. All right, so let's just, Paige, we can make this work. We can do this. It's okay. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. How did I end up with such a wrong color? Oh my god. Now let's go ahead and talk about this level of full coverage, because I'm not really seeing it. Like, yes, it looks nice on the skin, but like, it's not giving me this crazy full coverage that they spec'd it out to have. You can actually still see some of my redness and like hyperpigmentation poking through right here. I'm gonna go ahead though and grab a little bit more foundation because I want to try this out with my Real Technique face and body sponge here. I want to just see how this looks. As far as it applying into the skin, it does look really, really nice. Like, I like the finish of it, and I feel like it's pressing in beautiful with a sponge. That's why I just went ahead and pressed over my brushed side, because it does look really, really pretty. I think as far as the coverage goes in the end, I would spec this out as a high medium coverage. Now I went ahead and I moved you guys in because I want you to really be able to see what I'm talking about as far as coverage, because I don't discredit foundation and like full coverage easily, but like right here you can still see some poking through, and even over here in my acne area you can still see a little bit poking through as well. But when it comes to my lighter, more like lightly red pigmented areas, all of that did cover, including some like a little bit darker redness around like my mouth and on my cheeks. So now this is where it's going to get interesting, because it's time to move on to concealer, and I have this little ditty right here, which I picked up in the lightest shade of concealer. So we're gonna have the lightest shade of concealer with this foundation. Oh, this is gonna be fun. So this is in the shade 018 Nice Cream. This is their Insta Bake 3-in-1 full coverage concealer, and let's go ahead here and read a little bit about it. It is $20, and you get 0.19 ounces. Hold on, we need to open this up because that is not a lot of product at all. You guys, am I seeing something? Do you see this little nugget that I'm holding in my hand? This is 0.19 ounces. I'm sorry, let me gather some other concealers because we need to discuss. All right, I'm back. I grabbed some others here just for like other comparisons as far as size goes. This is the new one from CoverGirl. This has 0.33 ounces of product. This is the one from Makeup Revolution, their new Conceal and Hydrate. This one has 0.45 ounces. This one is the Tarte Shape Tape, which I use every day, has 0.33 ounces. This one is the new one from Urban Decay, and it has how much? 0.35. And this is the one from Jeffree Star, and this is the one that I always go back to as far as, wow, could there be any less product in that container? This has 0.15 fluid ounces, and this only has 0.19. So this has 0.04, so like a little, like, boop, a little bit more than the one you got from Jeffree Star. And several of us remember how I felt about the amount of concealer you got in the Jeffree Star one for the price, and I just do not understand, like, this little nugget is 20 bucks. Wow. Now let's just go ahead and like move past it. I promise I'm not going to keep beating this little dead horse right on into its grave. Down in the description here, it says that this is perfect to hide dark circles and scarring. Beauty Bakerie Instabake 3-in-1 Concealer does the work of your favorite skin smoothing apps. Fortified with water binding cassava, I just pronounced that all wrong. The under eye area will be smoothed, soothed, and hydrated. That's the 3-in-1, I'm assuming. Relax and allow La Dolce Vita, or the sweet life, in a bottle to work for you. Well, that sounds pretty good to me. Let's go ahead and swatch this little bad boy up here. Oh, she's so pasty. What is wrong with me? Like, I love a good brightening under eye moment. It's okay. Guys, I'm gonna make it work, but like, wow, is that light. Okay, also the applicator on this thing, like, do you see this? It's quite literally like a point. Like, I'm not mad at it. I feel like it's just different. I've never seen one like this before. Now, I only dunked in one time, so you don't really get a lot of product out on the wand at once, which is good or bad depending on how you like to apply it. I personally don't mind it if I only get enough for one eye at a time. And now we're just going to blend it out and see how this goes. And again, that was just one dunk into the container. Huh. Okay, I don't hate it. I feel like it looks pretty good on the skin, and if we go through and we do like a nice fade down from all the other areas of the face, I think this could work out nicely. Upon my first just like application and blend out, do I think it's super duper full coverage? No, I think it gives a beautiful medium coverage, like a nice one coat medium, but I can still see when I blend it out just a touch of my blue baggage coming through right there. I don't know that it picks up on camera, but it's something I can see in real life. But it does look really nice, and it works out very evenly over the skin, which I really appreciate. I'm actually gonna move the camera out just a little bit because I think you guys might be too close. There we go, just a little bit so you can kind of gain some perspective on what's really going on. I'm gonna go in with this side here. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm really focusing on that blend, like down onto the cheek, because I actually feel like that's a really beautiful color. And I really like the way that it brightens up my under eye. Holy cow. Like, again, right now I look kind of like the Masked Bandit, but it looks really, really pretty. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and use a little bit of this to shape out the rest of the face as well. Per usual, nothing I wouldn't do with Shape Tape. Like the foundation and the concealer, they could not be more different in color and undertone, but they look really beautiful together, and blending them is very seamless, which I really like. All right, so here we are, good and blended, and I actually really like the way, like, don't get me wrong, is it still the wrong shade? Yes, but at least now it's not so bad. Like, it looks relatively shaped onto my face, and I'm not mad at how that turned out at all. Now I'm going to go ahead and set the face real quick like here. I'm going to start with the under eyes first while the rest of the face just kind of dries down and melts together. Then I'm going in here with my Real Techniques Miracle Powder Sponge, and I am setting my under eye and re-pat out the other areas around my mouth and my forehead one last time, and then set those with the same sponge. And then I did, of course, as I've previously linked in other videos, do a full review of this sponge, which I will link up here for you guys. It's actually just like a fun little get ready with me, hang out type situation, and it's pretty cute. So go check it out if you're curious about this little guy. Oh, and by the way, I didn't tell you what I'm setting my face with. I promise I've been here before. I'm setting my face with the Maybelline Fit Me in 05 Fair, the loose powder. I really, really love this stuff. And I'm mainly worried about the T-zone. This is the part that I like to lock in first and just make sure that it is good to go. Because as someone that's normal to oily, the bulk of my oil is like right through here. So if I can really seal this in and press it into the skin, it really helps with longevity. Now, if you're new here at this point, I do not set the rest of my face before I go in and do a touch test. This is just for those of you that are normal to dry, so you can get a feel what the finish is. And this definitely dries down. Like if you're normal to dry, I don't think you would have to set it, but it does have a light kind of sticky to it, not tacky, but more so sticky, almost like it's still trying to dry down. And I do think that this would probably dry completely given long enough, and again, if you had dry skin. And it does look pretty good unset, actually. It has like a really nice soft, like blurred effect, and I'm not mad at the finish of it. Like it's really, really pretty. And then even in the areas where I did set it, minus my nose is looking a little janky, but like right through here, it's actually really beautiful. So if you don't have to set your face, if that's not something you like to do, I don't think you'd have to with this. Because this is already pretty self-setting, I'm just gonna go in with my Morphe JH01 here. and lightly tap all over the face. I don't want to apply too much powder and make it thick and cakey or like overly dried out and matte, because they didn't really tell us what the finish of this foundation is, which I think is kind of weird. I'm not really sure what I'm gonna get, so I'm just gonna like go in, I'm gonna set everything down, and I'm just gonna pray. We're just gonna call it a day. All right, so now we are officially here, and it is time to play around with this. This is the Beauty Bakerie Spray Your Grace setting spray, and this is an $18 setting spray, and it says down here that bow your head and spray your grace with Beauty Bakerie's 360 degree ultra fine mist that helps your makeup stay in place as if it were just applied. Infused with a unique blend of aloe and ginger extract, that's interesting, working to keep skin looking smooth and filtered with its anti-aging properties. Weightless, it is also designed to prime. Use this to prep the skin. Oh, whoops. Sorry. Basically, you can use this to prep your skin and keep your face hydrated, so use it as a setting spray as well. And that's pretty much it. Okay, I really love the packaging on this, but Beauty Bakerie kills it with packaging. We all know that. And it looks like you have just a standard little mister here. All right, so let's go ahead and give this a little spray. Ooh, good spray. Nice little mist. Nice light vanilla, not overpowering. Neither is the ginger. Okay, this isn't bad. And this is giving me Morphe vibes for sure with the sprayer. Like, you get a good even. It's not as light of a mist as the one from Morphe. It feels a little bit heavier than that, but the mist is still very nice. Now let's go ahead and give our little faces a little spurty spurts. Oh my God, it just blasted me. What happened? You guys, as I was spraying it, it just like spit out. Can you see that? It just spit water, like straight like garden hose at me. Okay, it's a mist, yes, but it is a heavy ass mist. Oh, but it does feel real nice on the face. Okay, done. I'm also, by the way, drenched because when it garden hosed me, it got my whole shirt and my pants. Oh, and I'm damp to the touch. Whew, okay. All right, let's go ahead and take a little peek-see. Obviously, I don't have on highlight yet. I like to do that after I do setting spray, and then I spray it one more time. But that is a beautiful mist. It sets down to a very soft, again, like more of a soft matte kind of feel on the skin. It doesn't make you like overly hydrated or anything like that. But it feels really nice, and it sinks in very quickly, which kind of helps meld the layers. All right, and you guys, this is where we are at. Everything all finished up. I really, really like the way that this came together as far as the look on the skin. Let's go ahead and throw you guys the up close so you can see up close what I am seeing as well, because I am super, super impressed with the way that this is sitting on my cheek. It looks so nice and light and airbrushed, and it has like a really nice balance between a light velvet matte and a soft airbrushed feel. Like it's a perfect in between of those two things, but it's not overly going in one way or the other, and I really, really like that about this foundation so far, because I feel like even in like the descriptions, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, they didn't mention like, does this have a matte finish? Does it have a hydrating finish? And right now I do feel like this doesn't really have an exact finish, if you will. Like it dried down, it felt initially more on the matte side, but as I get everything applied, I feel a little like of that tightness of cheek kind of from a matte, but it's not uncomfortable. It just feels like perfectly set down, and the finish of it when everything is combined is just perfectly light and airy and airbrushed, which I really like. Like I did not expect to have this happen. Now I'm gonna real quick, per usual, go off of camera. I'm gonna do the rest of my day, do a wear test, and I will stop back on at the end, tell you guys what I think, how did it wear, so on and so forth. So hang tight and I will be right back. And all right, beautiful people, it is officially the end of the day and your girl is back to give you her final thoughts. Overall, I've been wearing this foundation now for about 10 hours and I am pleasantly surprised. There's a couple little caveats that I don't love, but overall I feel like this did wear beautifully, especially over like the cheek region. But let's go ahead and throw up the up close so that way we can kind of go through my final thoughts together while we're both looking at it. Again, as you can tell, I feel like the cheek region, especially over the more dense textured areas of my cheek, still look beautiful. Even up to the forehead, I think looks really nice. We had some slight settling into my Hulk wrinkle, but for the most part, even the texture on my forehead remained pretty smooth. The only area that I had some issue with, just a little bit of breakage again on that upper lip and then lower lip, lower chin region. And then on the nose, I did have some area where the coverage kind of sloughed off. Now diving into the couple things I didn't enjoy so much about it, I do feel like it oxidized a little bit, and I don't know if you can see it in this lighting. Wow, my hair is looking crazy. What is this little peacock feather, girl? I don't even know. But I did notice back here throughout the day that I did have some oxidizing that happened, mainly when I went off of camera. I feel like I had a little more definition in this region right here, like where the jawbone kind of protrudes out, and I go in and I sculpt this, and throughout the the day, I noticed that kind of fading, but it's not because my bronzer disappeared. It's because this foundation did oxidize and deepen up a freckle. I feel like it did wear very beautifully though over like the cheek region and all of that. I definitely like it a little bit better with the Tatcha Silk Canvas side. I feel like it just helped really solidify that nice glass sheen. Not a lot of settling into the lines, whether they were on my forehead or right here. After 10 hours to have such a light amount of settling here and here, I'm very impressed with that. So no real issues there. I think if that's something that really bothers you, even some slight settling, you could bake that and maybe it would help alleviate the lines in that area, again, if it's forehead or right here. But for me, the main issue I did have was oily nose, and that's, again, not uncommon for me. I think if I were to do this over, I would just really try to mattify the nose. I did have an issue with this concealer creasing under my eyes and oxidizing a fair amount, and I feel like it's just not a rigid enough, if that makes sense, concealer for me. I really have to have like an intense, robust, kind of kick-ass concealer to stand up under my under eyes because they are so creasy and so full of baggage. And this one, don't get me wrong, it's not bad. It's just not, I think, robust enough to stand up on its own. Obviously, I will keep working with it and kind of seeing if I can develop maybe a way to wear it that's better. But for me, it just wasn't quite there. Like, it's good. It gets like a 6, 7 out of 10. It's just not all the way there. Now, as far as this spray goes, I really like the way that it settled onto the skin. And again, it gave me a nice kind of light velvet matte feel, which I thought was really, really beautiful. My only issue with this was the sprayer, which we kind of all saw happen on camera. And I think if I had to give you any tip or trick in that regard, it would just be hold it a little bit farther away than you think you might need to and kind of fall into the mist until you get a feel for how it sprays. You guys, those are my thoughts on this collection. I hope it was helpful. Let me know your thoughts down below. Were you curious about this, the concealer, the spray, or the foundation, whatever it is? Let me know. I'd love to hear from you down below. And if you haven't done so yet, you can also check me out on Instagram and on Twitter. They are both linked down in the description box. I do upload 5 videos a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. They go up bright and early between 6 and 7 a.m. my time here in Northern Michigan, and it's just a fun way. We hang out, we talk about makeup. There's a lot of humor cloaked in sarcasm, cloaked in like, what is Paige doing today? Why the hell did she pick that color? There's a lot of things that happen here. So subscribe, turn on your post notifications, and hang out with me every day, Monday through Friday, between 6 and 7 a.m. my time. Girl, do it, do it, do it now. Shh. I'm very busy. But you guys, that is it. Thank you all so much for watching. Please do not forget to have a great day, night, weekend, whatever it is when you're watching this, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Okay, that was all I had to say on that subject. Okay. Girl, what? Oh my god. Why are you so loud, sir? What you got against the world, huh? Smile. Smile, see, smile.